students, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. Myself Priya teacher and I am going to teach science subject for class 7. So in our previous class we learned about, already we started chapter number 2. So in chapter number 2 introduction part we have studied in our previous class. So we learned about that the different ways of taking in food in different animals. Also we learned about the process of digestion or definition of digestion, or we can say meaning of digestion, and also we learned about importance of food. So in this class we are going to learn about next part of this chapter, which is a digestive system in humans. So see chapter number 2, nutrition in animals, and next concept, or we can say next point 2.2, digestion in humans. So see what is given here, what it means digestive system in humans, or how it is working, or what is the functions of that digestive system in human. We take in food through the mouth, digest and utilize it. So what do we digest here? So we are going to digest food here. So we take in food through the mouth and digest food and utilize it. So whatever digested food is there, we are going to utilize it to our body or for our body. So it will help. What happens after digestion? I told you in our previous class that after digestion, that complex substances are converted into simple substances, and these simple substances are used by our body for growth and development. So see, the unused part is defecated. So what it means defecated? So it is a waste. After digestion of food, whatever waste part is remaining there, that is called as a fecal waste, and that fecal waste, it is thrown out from our body, that is called as a defecated. That process is called as a deficient. Okay, so the unused part is defecated. The next point, the food passes through a continuous canal. That canal is known as alimentary canal. So what happens with that food when we are taking in food through our mouth? So we are going to take food in our body through mouth, and that food is going to pass from different types of organs which are there in a digestive system. They are included in a alimentary canal. So see, second point, it is the food passes through a continuous canal, and that canal, or that is called as a path, or that is called as a canal from where that food is going to pass. So that is called as a canal. That canal is known as alimentary canal in a scientific language. So from mouth to anus, here it is given. Third point, alimentary canal. What it means alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a long tube that starts from mouth and ends at anus. So alimentary canal is nothing but, so whenever there is a digestion process, that digestion process occurs in a alimentary canal. So digestion process starts from taking in food. So whenever we are going to take in food, digestion process started already there from mouth, and that food is going to travel from mouth to different parts of that alimentary canal, or we can say that is a digestive system. So through this canal there are different organs which are helping to digest food. So that is nothing but the alimentary canal, and that alimentary canal is a long tube that starts from mouth and ends at the anus. So mouth is a part from where we are going to take in food, and anus is the last part of the digestive system, which is the alimentary canal, and that is the last part from which we are going to eliminate whatever waste products are there after digestion our body is getting. So that is called as a anus. So alimentary canal is a long tube that starts from mouth and it ends at anus. Now next part, See, here is a picture of digestive system in humans. So, in this picture, you can see there are different types of organs. So, this is a mouth from where we are going to take in food. So, from mouth, that food is going to travel from this or by this long tube. Now, only I told you that alimentary canal is a long tube. So, this is a long tube which is starting from mouth. So, from mouth it is going to the, from mouth it is going to, so here you can see last part of this alimentary canal, it is a anus. So, this is a part where from where we are going to take in food, and here after digestion whatever waste material is there, that is going to eliminate or thrown out from this part which is called as a anus. So, here you can see there are different names given here for different organs, you can see here. So, all these organs which you can see here in this picture, all these are part of a digestive system. So, you can read here, this is the liver, this is the stomach, here it is a gallbladder, it is a pancreas. Okay. So, there are different parts or different organs which are there in between this mouth and anus, and these organs or these parts are also part of this alimentary canal. So, here you can see the alimentary canal has following parts. So, there are different parts of this digestive system, but major or main part of this alimentary canal or main parts of this digestive system in humans. First one, buccal cavity. So, you can see here this is a buccal cavity. After mouth, food comes into the buccal cavity, and buccal cavity is a part where we can see there is a tongue, there are teeth, and also some salivary glands are there, or we can say glands which are called as a salivary gland. So, in buccal cavity these three parts are there. Then you can see a tubular structure here which is nothing but esophagus. So, from buccal cavity food is going to esophagus. From esophagus it is going to stomach. Here you can see stomach. Okay. So, first one buccal cavity is here only. After mouth there are teeth, tongue and salivary glands are included in buccal cavity. Then second part, it is a food pipe or esophagus. So, this long tubular structure you can see, it is called as a esophagus. Then third one, stomach. Third structure, here you can see stomach which is a kidney shaped structure you can see here. So, it is called as a stomach. Then fourth one, small intestine. This is small intestine here. This structure where my arrow is there, that structure, it is nothing but it is a, see one more time I am going to show you small intestine. See this structure, it is, so inner structure here, it is called as a small intestine, and this is dark colored structure around small intestine, it is called as a large intestine, which is the next part, fifth part of this digestive system, or we can say alimentary canal. And next one, it is a rectum. Rectum is here, large intestine ends with rectum and rectum ends with anus. Okay. So, these are the 7 main parts of alimentary canal. So, in alimentary canal, buccal cavity is there, food pipe is there, food pipe or we can say esophagus is there, stomach is there, small intestine is there, large intestine is there, rectum is there and anus is there. So, all these 7 parts are of alimentary canal. So, all these parts are helping to digest food. So, how these parts are going to digest food, this concept we are going to learn in our next class. Now, only we are going to take a look of this structure of alimentary canal or structure of digestive system in human. So, after that, here digestive system in humans, the food components gradually get digested as food travels through the various compartments. So, see, the food components gradually get digested as the food travels throughout the various compartments. Now, only I told you that from each and every part food is going to be digested, and how it is digested I am going to tell you afterward, but now only you have to learn that what happens with that food through this alimentary canal. So, the food compartments gradually get digested food. The next point, the inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine and the various glands associated with the canal such as salivary glands, the liver and the pancreas secrete juices. So, we will learn this for one by one. Or the inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine and the various glands associated with the canal. It means these three parts. Which one? Inner walls of the stomach. So, inner wall, it means which is present there, inner side of stomach, then also inner side of small intestine and the various glands, and also inner side of various glands. So, I told you salivary glands are present there in buccal cavity. So, the inner side, or in scientific language we call it as a inner wall. So, inner wall of stomach, then small intestine and various glands. So, only you learned or you saw a salivary glands are there. So, there are also more glands. Which one? Liver is also a gland here, and pancreas is also a gland here. So, salivary gland, liver and pancreas, all these are three types of glands, and which are going to secrete some types of secretions, or that is called as a juices also. So, these juices are called as a digestive juices. Why it is so? Because they are going to digest food. That is why it is called as a digestive juices. So, the inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine and the various glands, all these are associated with this canal. So, now only I show you this picture. This is a picture of digestive system of human. So, this is a alimentary canal from mouth to anus, and all these glands, here you can see the salivary glands are here, then this is also, here it is stomach. So, inner wall of stomach, inner wall of salivary gland, then here you can see the dark red brown colored structure which is called as a liver. So, this liver, inner wall of this liver is also going to secrete some type of secretion. Then pancreas are here. In between small intestine and stomach, their pancreas is situated here, and this inner wall of this pancreas are also going to secrete a juice that is called as a digestive juice. So, all these are associated. It means some alimentary canal is going to give food to these parts, and these parts are going to secrete different types of juices, and that juices are going to digest the food which is given by alimentary canal. That is why it is called, or it is said here, it is given here that all these inner walls of stomach, small intestine, various glands associated with the canal as a such salivary gland, liver and pancreas. Okay. So, I hope you understood this. If you not, then you can ask me whenever there is our discussion Google Meet. Then next one, the digestive juices convert complex substances of food into simpler one. So, when I explained you process of digestion, that time only I told you that complex substances are converted into simpler substances. That is called as a, or this process is called as a digestion. So here the digestive juices convert complex substances of food into simpler one. So it means, what is the function of digestive juices here? So they are going to convert complex substances of food into simple substances or simpler substances. Then next one, the digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. Okay. So what is the last point here? The digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. So it means here, in alimentary canal, buccal cavity, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus, these are the parts. Okay. So this is called as the alimentary canal, or this is also called as the alimentary tract. So this alimentary tract or this digestive tract, and there are salivary gland, these are glands which are going to secrete some types of juices. Salivary gland is there, pancreas is there and liver is there. So these are the three major glands are here which are going to secrete digestive juices. So the digestive tract and the associated glands, all these are going to form digestive system. So together, digestive tract and associated gland together, that is, they are called as a digestive, or they are going to form a digestive system. So let us know more about these parts. So which parts are there in digestive system of human? We are going to learn every part one by one in detail. So let us know first part of this digestive system. First part, it is a mouth. So the mouth and buccal cavity, which is a first part of this digestive system. So here you can see, first point, food is taken into the body through the mouth. So this is the first function, or this is the purpose of mouth there. So because of mouth only you can take in food. Every living organism can take in food because of mouth. So that is the main purpose of mouth and main function of mouth. The process of taking food into the body is called as a ingestion. Okay. So here, whenever there is a taking in of food, that process, what process? Taking in food into our body through mouth, it is called as a ingestion. That process, it is called as a ingestion. Then we chew food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. Okay. So what happens with that food in the mouth? What happens there in mouth? So we chew food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. So we are going to chew. Also all you know what it means, chew. So we are going to chew it and we are going to break that food into small pieces. That process, it is called as a chewing and breaking down of that food. So in mouth this process occur, or mechanically breaking down of food occurs in mouth with the help of different types of teeth. So third point, each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gums. So pink colored structure of our mouth, where that teeth are located, or we can say situated, or we can say where these teeth can grow, this structure is called as a gums. So pink colored structure where we can say this, our teeth can grow. So that is called as a gums. So our teeth vary in appearance and perform different functions. So have you saw your teeth in mirror? Okay. So all you every day are going to see your teeth while you are going to brush your teeth. Okay. So at that time you saw that there are different types of teeth, or their appearance of our teeth is not same or similar. It is different from each other. So you can see there are 3-4 types of teeth are there in our mouth. And not only their structure but also their functions are different. Okay? When you see in your mouth, teeth are looking different from each other. Some teeth are similar to each other, but some teeth are different from each other. But also their functions are different. So they are going to perform different functions. Then next one, accordingly they are given different names. So how they are situated, then what type of appearance they are having, and which function they are going to perform according to this. It means according to what? According to their appearance, then situation and their performing function, what it is, they are given different names. So their names are also different because of their function and their appearance. Then next point, some teeth are used for biting, some for cutting, some for piercing, some for tearing, and some for chewing and grinding. So all you know that why we need teeth. If suppose there will be no teeth in our mouth, what will happen? So you cannot have food and you cannot break down that food into small pieces, and it cannot pass to next part of alimentary canal, because we cannot break down food, and how we can swallow? No, we are not snakes that we can swallow living organisms or any type of food into our body. So what we have to do? So we have to chew food, then we have to break that food into small pieces, then we have to grind it, sometimes we have to cut that type of food. Whenever you are going to eat some types of biscuits, so that time you have to cut or you have to take a bite of that biscuit. Okay? So for this purpose you need teeth in your mouth. So some teeth are, so all these teeth which are there in our mouth, all these teeth are going to perform different type of function. So some teeth from our mouth, they are used for tearing, some teeth are used for chewing, some are for grinding, and some for piercing. So what it means by biting, cutting, or for by tearing, you don't know, isn't it? So I will explain you what it means tearing or what it means biting. So biting you know, okay, and cutting also you know, but what it means piercing? So some teeth in our mouth are used for piercing. So what it means piercing? Piercing, it means to force or make a way into or through something. It means our teeth are going to force or make away some food. Whenever we are going to eat sugar cane, at that time whole sugar cane you cannot keep in your mouth. So what you have to do? You have to pierce its a small part of that sugar cane, and then you can chew that part, and then you can enjoy that juice from sugar cane, isn't it? So that is called, so by forcefully with our teeth we are going to take away that small part of sugar cane, and or we can say also through something. It means whenever there is a bite of that our teeth into that sugar cane, okay, and then we are going to apply force and we are going to separate that part. So that process also it is called as a piercing or tearing. So tearing, it means to pull apart, okay, so pull apart into pieces, it is called as a tearing. And chewing you know, and grinding, it means to break down anything into small pieces, and also we can say in a powder. So arrangement of teeth and different types of teeth. So which type of teeth are there and how they are arranged in our mouth. Okay. So here you can see a picture here. So this picture is nothing but, this picture is showing different types of teeth and how they are situated or how they are arranged in our mouth. So this is a upper jaw and this is a lower jaw. So you know what it means, jaw. So upper part of our mouth, it is called as a jaw, and lower part of our mouth, it is called as a lower jaw. So here you can see it is a upper jaw and this is a lower jaw. So there are 4 types of teeth in our mouth. So which 4 types are there? So in lower jaw you can see this is this type of teeth. This is the structure of this teeth, and name of this teeth, it is a incisors. So scientific name for our this 4 teeth, it is incisor. So these incisors are not only present in lower jaw but also present in a upper jaw. So here also 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 teeth are also called as a incisors. So incisors, 4 incisors are there in lower jaw and 4 incisors are there in a upper jaw. So how many are there in both jaws? So total number of incisors. Look at this in table. Types of teeth are given here. Teeth are given here. Number of teeth are given here and function. Okay, type, number and function. So first type, it is a incisor. So incisors are 8 in number in our mouth. Total 8 incisors are there, 4 in upper jaw and 4 in a lower jaw. And what is the function of these incisors? So for cutting and for biting. So we are using incisors or incisor type of teeth for cutting and biting. Okay, biting to food, not your friend. Remember, I know that you are interested only in this type of things sometimes. Okay, whenever there you become naughty or any. Then second one, premolars. Wait. Second type, it is a canines. So these are incisors, and next to incisor, one teeth you can see here at the left side and one teeth at the right side. So next to these 4 incisors, so at the left side there is a 1 teeth and at the right side there is a 1 teeth. So these 2 teeth are called as a canine. So at lower side also, lower jaw also, and in upper jaw also. So next to these incisors, one is here canine and one is here. So one is in left and one it is situated at right side. So near to incisor at left and right in lower jaw and upper jaw. So these type of teeth are called as a canines. And here you can see structure, what type of structure these canine teeth are having, or what type of appearance they are having. So these canines are used for tearing and piercing. So mostly these type of teeth you can find in those type of animals which are carnivorous. So carnivorous animals are having this type of teeth because they have to eat flesh or meat easily. Because of that, there is a occurrence of, or there is a appearance of this type of teeth, canines. So 2 teeth are in lower jaw and 2 teeth are there in upper jaw. So total it is 4. Total number of these canines, it is a 4, and this type of teeth are used for tearing and piercing. So now I explained you what it means, tearing and piercing, and also you can refer dictionary if you can't understand or you don't understand. Then third one, premolars. Premolar is a third type of teeth. So the total number, it is a 8. So how many in lower jaw? So 4 in lower jaw and 4 in upper jaw. So next to the canines, after canines, in this type of left side 2 teeth are there and right side 2 teeth are there. So near to canine 2 teeth at left, 2 teeth at right, such like this. There are 4 teeth in lower jaw and 4 teeth in upper jaw, and total number of these premolars, it is 8, and these are used for crushing and grinding. Okay, to crush, you know, to convert that food particles into small one. And molars, last type, it is a molar. So molar, they are 12 in number, it means 6 into, after premolars, lastly or inside our mouth there are molars we can see. So 6 are there in lower jaw, 6 are there in upper jaw, 3 at right and 3 are left. So molars, total numbers are 12. And crushing, grinding and mastication. Mastication, it means it is going to grind it into powder and also mix it with the salivary juice which is secreted by salivary glands. That is called as a mastication process, or that is called as a mastication. So you learn about types of teeth, number of teeth and function of teeth. So we will stop here. So in today's chapter or in today's class, we learn about digestive system in humans. In that we saw that alimentary canal is there and major parts of alimentary canal we learned, and also that first part of alimentary canal which is a mouth, we learned about that. So remaining part of that mouth and buccal cavity we will learn in our next session. Till then, thank you and take care.